I didn't have a father growing up. My mother told me he died before I was born. I kept in contact with my father's family up until 4 years ago. That's when one of his family members physically assaulted me. I went to Chicago to see this family member, and she just seemed so mad at me. I was wondering why she was so mad, so I confronted her about it, and she punched me in my face while I was on top of the staircase. I was 15 years old. I've never been punched before. And that was from an adult. She then began to tell me that my father is not my father and that she wants a DNA test. I didn't tell my mother what she said. Being punched in the face was bad enough. I didn't want to tell my mom about what she said about my father, so I didn't. I just was protecting my mom. Then a year ago, I found a DNA test in my mother's closet. That's when she told me about a man named Bobby who could potentially be my father. I just want to know who my father is.
Well, listen, everyone, we will meet Madison shortly, but let's start with her mother, Chiquita, to hear her side of the story. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how do you feel about this entire situation?
Oh my God, I just feel like I would never be in this situation. Mm-hmm. You know, growing up, you know, you always think, you know, you would know who your child's father is, you know, and going through something like this is very embarrassing, mm-hmm. you know, for me to go through something like this. So
tell me about your relationship with the man you thought was Madison's father.
Oh, Kenneth was a great guy. I was 3 months pregnant, and he got killed just being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
And how was his family towards you after he died?
Well, thank God that he did, you know, let his mom know that I was pregnant with his child. You know, I didn't get a chance to meet them until the funeral, you know, so they knew of me, you know, and thank God that they did, because I wouldn't have known, you know, what to say, you know, how to say it, but he did, you know, let them know about it.
So how did Bobby fit into all this then?
Well, Bobby is a long time childhood sweethearts in high school, and off and on throughout the years, and he always been a part of my life, you know.
When you got pregnant, did you ever think Bobby could be the father?
Well, I did not. I always, you know, thought Kenneth was the dad. You know, I never thought that Bobby could be, you know, the dad until he brought it up one day. Was like, do you think that Madison is my child? And I'm like, no, you know, it's Kenneth.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, I didn't want him to, you know, I'm like, no, it's Kenneth, you know. And once he said that, it kind of opened up something in me, was like, oh, God, maybe he could be the dad, you know. You know, it was a possibility. It was a possibility. You know, I was just in denial, you know, being, you know, the person who I was, and never wanted this to happen to me. Never thought it could happen to me, like, oh, I'm the one.
I mean, you shouldn't be embarrassed, I mean, from my point of view, because you were with somebody, he said, this is my child. You had a sweetheart. We've all been in these situations where you know, I have anyway, I don't know about the rest of y'all, where it's like, you know, you have somebody that you've been in love with for a long time that is sort of a comfort to go back to.
Yes.
And sometimes situation happens, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What I appreciate is about once your daughter found out that you said, let me step up and handle it. Because some parents would have been like, no, let me keep the secret. I'm not going to tell you. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I sit on the stage and people are like, I'm not going to give you the answers. Yes. At least you're trying to find the answers. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Well, let's talk to Madison and hear her side of the story. So everyone, please welcome Madison to the show. Hey, Madison.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Hi, baby.
So how do you feel about what was just said?
I feel that everything that she said, it makes sense. Like, honestly, my mom's been here for me, like, my whole life, you know? So she's been, like, she's been my number one, you know? Yeah. So everything she said is true.
How did you first hear that your dad might not be your dad?
Well, I first heard through the family member, so I went out there, and the first red flag was that she distanced me away from my other family out there. So I was like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I can't be over there. You can't go over there anymore. What? Like, why can't I go over to my other family member's house? Second, I seen like she was being like a little bit disrespectful towards me. She was going through my phone, and then she was looking through my feed. She seen that it was 2 girls on there, so like, well, she seen that that was what I was into, that I was into women and I was gay. So she didn't really like that. I feel like that's what drove her to doing all the crazy stuff that was after the fact. Yeah, so after that, she changed the Wi-Fi password. Like, and the crazy part about it was the Wi-Fi password was my name. Like, how you gonna change my name from the password? She's on the phone, like, being petty, calling the people, like, oh, yeah, I need to change this password because I don't want it to be that no more. So.
And how did it get physical? When did the physical assault happen?
So once I went upstairs, I'm not gonna lie, I did confront her, like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, did I do something wrong? And she told me, you're not gonna talk to me how you talk to your mom. And that's when she began to put her hands on me. And I don't understand, how do I talk to my mom? Like, I'm very respectable, I'm very respectful. So I don't understand, where did she get that story that I talked to my mom in a weird way, you know? After that, I went upstairs, and she ended up, I was confronting her, and she punched me in my face. And she began to hit me and say things out her mouth like, oh, like, you're not your dad's, and that I can't believe you disrespected me. But it was like she was talking to somebody else, not me.
How was your relationship with that side of the family before this? Was it good?
No.
Got it.
They were always making me the odd one out because he does have other kids. So his other, like, they would treat me differently from his other kids. So I'm like, okay, well, something's different here. I don't think I'm a part of this family. I don't want to be, you know? So, that's how I felt.
So what was it like when you found that DNA test in your mother's closet?
I was happy. I was happy. I'm like, what? Well, maybe I'm not his family. Like, you know, I'm not related to them. Oh, that's why something is going on. Something is different.
It gave you some clarity.
Yes.
So what did your mother tell you about Bobby?
Well, she told me, she told me a little bit, like, I knew of him because I know they spoke briefly on the phone sometimes. I never knew, like, what his position was, like, in my life, but I knew that he was, you know, someone that my mom knew. You know, he was very cool. I did my own research on him. Once my mom told me what was going on, you know, he might be my father, I was like, oh, let me search that Facebook. You know, so I went on Facebook, and I was like, you know, searched up his name. I was like, okay, it looks, we look alike. We look like the same person. Like, that might be my dad. Yeah, so I was excited.
So you feel y'all two look alike?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely do. Like, when I searched his, it, I seen that he rapped, and I am a performer. I rap also. So I was like, we have a lot of things in common. Like, I was like, okay, maybe. Okay, like you thought,
okay then. Yeah. Okay then. So the similarities, you look alike, you both rap. Anything else that made you feel like you had some similarities?
He said, like, when he was talking to my mom, he seemed a little nonchalant, and that's how I am. Like, I'm very nonchalant towards situations. I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, I love to live my life, and I'm like, if that's the case, then that's what it is.
Yeah. Does it bother you that you had to grow up without a father?
Yes, it bothered me because it just made me feel like I seen other people with their fathers, and I'm like, well, you know, I want a father. I want someone. It's certain. You know, it's okay, Mom.
I know it makes me feel so, you know, bad that you have to go through that, you know. And I never wanted you to feel that way, you know. Growing up, I always wanted you to have a dad, you know, not even thinking that Kenneth was going to get killed when, you know, when I was 3 months pregnant. So I do apologize, baby. I'm so sorry. You know, I do.
I know, but in my opinion, like, the way you raised me, it was in your control, but it was out of your control at the same time. So it was like, I know, like, I never put the blame on you because, like, you're like a mom and a dad to me. And the way you raised me to be a good, you know, I'm doing good.
Thank you,
I'm doing good. I'm in college, you know, like, I'm doing good for myself. So, you're the greatest mom ever, literally. Greatest mom ever.
Okay, right? Better take that over, right? Seriously.
I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping the results will say today?
I'm hoping that he's my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Bobby in person?
No, I've never met
Never
him.
met Bobby in
Yeah,
person?
it's-
Okay, then. Well, I think it's time for Madison to meet her potential father. So everyone, please welcome Bobby to the show. Welcome to the show, Bobby.
Hey, Mama.
How are you doing?
All right, all right.
Thanks for being here. So how do you feel about what was just said?
It's a big overwhelming because I really never knew.
Yeah,
You know, it was like almost 20 years ago, so.
yeah, yeah.
You knew. You knew.
I really never knew.
I told you. We talked about it once before, maybe a couple of times.
Oh,
What did I ask you?
And I said it could be a possibility. Yeah.
so how do you feel meeting Madison right now for the first time?
I feel great.
Yeah.
You know, I hope she is.
Oh, you hope she is.
Yeah.
I love my audience. They like.
I said we look alike.
I love my
Y'all
audience.
see
They're
it?
talking about, yeah,
Y'all
we can
see
see it. Do you feel like you see any similarities?
Yeah.
You do see similarities. Okay. Do you have any other children?
Yes, I have 4.
Yeah. You have four other children. So what would it be like to have Madison come into your life then if she is potentially your daughter?
It wouldn't bother me. I would love it. I mean, I wish I would have knew earlier.
Yeah.
I could have introduced them and they could have grew up together or something, but,
Yeah.
you know,
There's time.
it is what it is. you
So
know?
I heard you're both musicians.
Yeah, I do music.
Yeah. So you have the connection. How does that feel to know that you potentially this is your daughter? There's that connection there.
It actually feels great, you know?
Okay. And how's y'all relationship been?
It's been okay.
It has been
It's
okay.
been okay. We've been friends through the years, so.
Yeah. Because y'all
that
met in high
always
school.
counted. Yeah,
High school.
we was in high school.
High school sweethearts.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to unlock the DNA truth. Madison, this is your truth to open, so I'm gonna let you open this.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Finally, okay.
Okay. But before you open it, oh my goodness.
What?
Oh God. I just want you to know that I do apologize to you. I'm so sorry that it took this long for you to find out who's your dad, okay?
Okay.
I do. I love you so much,
I love
baby.
you too,
I
Mom.
do. I love you so much.
It's okay. Give me a hug. I love you, Mom. You know I got you. It's been me and you from forever. Yeah. Yeah. This is really like crazy because, you know, I never thought, you know, this day would come. I've had moments where I'm just like, well, you know, who's my dad? You know, what would I do, you know, if this moment came and it's here? Yes. And it's really
Thank
scary.
you, Karamo, for
You're
helping
welcome.
us with
You're
this.
welcome. I'm always here for y'all.
Yes.
Okay. Let me open it. Bobby is your biological father.
Nice to meet you, baby.
I'm so sorry, baby. Oh, wow.
This is your father. How do you feel?
I feel great.
How do you feel? This is your daughter.
It's a thrill. I'm
Is it
glad.
real? And I know I was looking at your feet before you came in. Tomorrow's your birthday, isn't it?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
What a birthday it is.
Yeah. This is the best birthday ever.
Oh, my
I
God.
actually do think there's something special about the fact that the day before your birthday, you find out who your father is.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my
my
goodness. I'm so excited.
So what's going through your mind? Anything you want to say to
Oh
him?
man. So much.
Yeah.
So much, yeah. But I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know. Yeah.
Well, you know, you're both artists, but your song together has yet to be written. So I'm
Yeah.
so
Correct.
excited for you both. Y'all about to make a beautiful life of music together, and I'm very excited for y'all. Very excited.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
this is good. This is good.
I am so floored right now.
It's crazy because I feel like I knew it. Like, I was saying, like, I swear we look alike. Like, this is my father.
Yeah.
And I kept telling my mama, I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, that is. It
I
looks
was
like
in
you.
denial. Yes, I was.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I don't even know how to feel right now.
It's
like,
all right. It's going to take you a moment to process. I'm going to tell you, it takes a moment to
Definitely.
process because the range of emotions that are going to be coming through you right now. But the beauty of it is that you have two supportive parents that are both here, that want to show up for you, that want to give you the love you need. And what I also love is that you have a great relationship. So the co-parenting is going to be great now. There's forgiveness, there's love here. I'm so excited for y'all. I'm so excited for y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.